Hi everyone, I am Sudhir. I am going to discuss about programming MCQs in C. Today's our topic is loops. Let's go into the first code. Yes, this is our code. N is equal to 10. Some I value is there. Here I is equal to 1. I less than equal to n. Then I plus plus. Then look at here. 1 is less than equal to, what is n value? N value is 10 here. Yes, 1 is less than equal to 10. It is true, right? That's why it is moving into loop and it is going to print 1. Then I becomes 2 here. Then 2 is less than equal to 10. Then 2 is also printed. Then I becomes 3. 3 is less than equal to 10. 3 is also printed, and so on. For example, I becomes 9 here. I becomes 9. 9 is less than equal to 10. This is also true. Then 9 is also printed here. Then I becomes 10. 10 is less than equal to 10. Then 10 is printed here. Then 10 becomes, I becomes 11. 11 is less than equal to 10. This is false. Then the control is coming out of the loop. Then it is going to be print 1 to 10 numbers. Like this. Moving into next question. We all know that for loop has 3 blocks. First one is initialization, condition and increment and decrement. Here 2 blocks are missing. That means we are thinking that it is an error, but it is not an error. Why? Because it is maintaining the syntax. The statements are not there, but it is maintaining the syntax. That means I is initialized here and incrementation is done here. Then the output is same as 1 to 10 here. Like this. Moving to next question. Here also same, but here instead of I plus plus, it is going to be a pre-increment here. Then what will happen here? First of all, I value is initialized with 1. 1 is less than equal to 10. It is true. Then it is coming inside the loop and it is going to be print 2 here. Why? Because it is the pre-increment operator. That means 1 becomes 2. Then it is going to be printed here. 2, 3, 4, 10 and 11. If the I value is 10, it is going to be print 11 and it is going to be terminate the loop. Next question. Yes, it is very similar to the first question, but if you observe here, there is a semicolon after the for loop. What is happen if a semicolon is there? That means this line is going to be, that for loop is going to be ended at this line. What happens here? The same thing, initialization is done. I is equal to 1. Then 1 is less than equal to 10. If it is true, then it is going to be for the statements. But if there is a semicolon, then it is directly moving into increment and decrement operator. Then the value is becomes, I value becomes 2 here. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At the, if I value is 11, it is going to be out of the loop. Then at finally, what is I value? I value is 11. Then it is going to be printed as 11 here. Same thing. I is 1. I is declared as initialized as 1, and here 1 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, this is also true. Here a semicolon is there, that means this is the end of the for loop. Then it is moved to this increment and decrement operator, but there is no increment and decrement statement there. Then again it is coming into the statement, this conditional statement, and again is checking with 1 is less than or equal to 10, and again it is checking with 1 is less than or equal to 10 every time. That means it is going to be an infinite loop. This statement never executes here. If I am going to execute it, it is going to be an infinite loop. Here I value is 1 here. I value is 1. Any positive number represents true here. This means in this for loop is going to be a true statement. Then it is going to be print plus plus I here. Then it is going to be print 1 and 2, 3, 4. If you are thinking that it is an infinite loop, but it is not an infinite loop. Here I am using short int. If it is a 4-bit representation, if it is short int, it is going to be a 2 bytes here. It is a 2-byte representation if it is a short int. Then it is going to be print up to 32,767. Then it is going to move negative values, 32,768. After that, it is going to be decrement as 0 here. After that, it is going to be coming out of the loop. I am going to execute it. Just look at here the numbers. Yes, it is in negative values now. Just look at there. Yes, if it is 0, it is coming out of the loop here. Yes, negative values, and it becomes 0, then it is coming out of the loop. Okay, this is not a infinite loop here. And the next one. Look at here, the syntax is perfect, but there is no initialization, there is no condition, there is no increment and decrement also. If there is no condition, how it takes? If there is no condition, by default it is going to be take it as a true statement every time. If it is a true statement, it is going to be print I value plus plus every time 1, 2, 3. It is going to be a infinite loop. Why? Because it is going to be treated as a true every time. Then it is going to be iterated as infinitely. Here I is equal to 1. Here I is equal to 1. 1 is greater than or equal to 10. Is it true? Is 1 is greater than or equal to true 10? It is not true. That means it is false. Then this statement never executes. Then the control is coming out of the loop. The output is nothing here. The output is nothing. Here there are two initializations are there, two increments and decrements are there, and only one condition is there. Okay, then what is I value? I value is 1, j value is going to be 10. This is not a syntax error. We can do any n number of initializations separated by comma. That is initialization part. That's it, nothing else. We can take n number of initializations there separated by comma. Then I am going to check I less than or equal to j. What is I value? I value is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 10. Is it true or not? Yes, it is going to be true. Now I am going to print 10 plus 1. That is going to be 11 here. Now I becomes plus plus, that means I becomes 2 and j becomes minus minus. Then j is 9 here. Then it is going to be checking that 2 is less than equal to 9. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true. Then we are going to display I plus j, 2 plus 9, that is going to be 11. Again I is incremented, j is decremented. Again 3 is less than 8. It is also true. Then again it is going to be print 11. I is 4, j is 7, 4 less than 7. Yes, it is also true. Then it is going to be print 4 plus 7, that is going to be 11. Then it is 5, it is going to be 6. 5 is less than 6. This is also true. Then 11 is printed. Then it is going to be 6 and it is going to be 5. Then 6 is less than 5. Is it true? It is false. Then it is coming out of the loop. Then the output is 5 11s. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 11s is the output here. You get here, there is no increment and decrement block, only initialization and condition only. What is initialization? I is equal to 1, similar to the last one. J is equal to 10, and one condition, that is I is less than j, that is 1 is less than 10. Okay. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Then it is coming inside the loop. It is going to be print. It is a post increment operator. What is I value? I value is 1. Then I becomes 2 here. Then I becomes 2 plus. It is a post decrement operator. It is a post decrement operator. Then what is j value? J value is 10 only. At this time it is going to be print 12 and I becomes 2, j becomes 9. Then again it is going to be checking that 2 is less than or equal to 9. Less than 9, not equal to. It is also true. Then it is coming 3 plus 9. It is going to be 12 again. And this value is 3 and j becomes 8 here. In the same way it is going to be print 5 12s. Similar to the last question again. I is equal to 1, j is equal to 10. 1 is less than or equal to 10. It is true. Then we have here one condition is there. What is that? I is greater than j. I is greater than j. What is I value? I is 1 is 10. Is it true? No, not at all, right? Not at all. Then it is going to be, this is false, right? Then it is moving again to the condition. Again it is going to be checking with these two values. 1 is less than or equal to 10. Is it true? Yes, it is true again. And it is coming here. Is I is greater than j? No, not at all. Then it is going to be an infinite loop every time. It is an infinite loop. Next question. You get here. I is equal to 1, j is equal to 10. I less than n, not j. I less than, what is n value? N value is 10, I value is 1. 1 is less than 10. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Then coming inside the loop, I is, what is I value? I value is 1. 1 is greater than 10. Is it true? No, not at all. Then there is an increment and decrement block is there. Then j becomes j becomes a 9, I becomes a 2. Again it is going to be checking that 2 is less than 10. Here is n value, not j value, that's why I am not changing the n value here. Only I is less than 10. Yes, it is true. Then again it is checking that 2 is less than 9. Here I and j here. Yes, this is false. Then again going back and I becomes 3 and j becomes 8. 3 is less than 10. Again it is going to be checking that 4. If it is 4, it is going to be 7. I is not greater than j, that's why it is going to be 5 again, and it is going to be 6. This is also not true. Then I becomes a 6 and j becomes a 5 now. Now I am going to check that what is I value. I value is 6. 6 is less than 10. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true. Then coming here, what is I value? I value is 6. 6 is greater than j. 6 is greater than 5. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true now. Now it is going to be print. What is I value? I plus plus. I plus plus means at this statement it is going to be take as only 6. Later on it is going to be 7. Plus what is j value? J value is 5, but here it is going to be take as 4. I becomes a 7, j becomes a 4. At this statement, and it is going to be print 10 here. It is going to be print 10. And again, these values are going to be decremented and incremented. I becomes 8, j becomes 3 here. Now, 8 is less than 10. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true. Then again, 8 is greater than 3. Is it true? Yes, it is true again. Then it is going to be I plus plus. I means 8. 8 plus 2 here. 8 plus 2 is 10 again. 10 is going to be printed, and I becomes a 9 and j becomes a 2. Then coming into these statements, j becomes 1 and I becomes a 10. Now 10 is less than equal to 10. Is it true? No, not at all. It is going to be false. Then coming out of the loop, it is going to be print only 10 and 10. 2 times 10. It is going to be printed 2 times 10 here. Next question. It is a while loop. While of n. While of n. Is it true or is it some error is there? No, not at all. It is not an error. Why? Because every positive number is going to be treated as a true value. While of n. That means it is going to be while true here. Now it is going to be printed 10. N becomes 9 here, and it is going to be printed 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is going to be print 1, and then n value becomes 0 here. While of 0. While of 0 means 0 represents false. Then it is coming out of the loop. What it prints? 10 to 1. Next question. While 1. While 1 means if there is any positive number, it is going to be treated as true again. But this value is not modifying, right? This value is a constant value while true. While true. Every time it is while true. Then it is going to be an infinite loop, no doubt about that. Here, this is not a comparison operator, this is a assignment operator. While n is equal to 0. While n is equal to 0 means now n value is 0 here. That means while of 0. While of 0 means it is going to be a false and output is nothing. Next question. In the for loop, if there is no condition, it is automatically taken as a true value. It is automatically taken as 1. That means true. But here I am taking as while of, there is nothing inside the condition statement. Now I am going to execute it. It is an error. It is never takes that it is a positive value, nothing else. The condition is mandatory in the while loop. It is going to be error. The 17th one. Here while of n means it is a true, but there is a semicolon here. That means this is the end of the loop here, and this statement is not belongs to the while statement. While 10, every time it is going to be 10 only. The value is not changing at all. That means while true. That means it is in an infinite loop, prints nothing, and it is going to be -1. Why it is -1? First of all, it is a 10. While 10 here, while 10 it is true, 9, 8, 7. For 1 also it is true. Now n becomes 0. That means it is going to be a false. Then coming into this printf statement. This printf statement, now what is n value? N value is already 0 here. After the statement, n becomes -1. Here it is printing -1, and after the statement the n value becomes -2 really. If I am going to print here %d my n, what is the actual value after this one? N value is -2. Next question. While of n minus, the same question. That means it is going to be 10, 9, it is true again, 8, it is true, 7. For all the statements it is going to be true. That means it is going to be print all the numbers. If it is 0, it is going to be coming out of the loop. That means it is going to be print 10 to 1. Sorry, it is going to be 9 to 0. Why? Okay, sorry. Here while of 10 means it is true. Then 10 becomes 9 and it is going here and 9 is printed. Then it is 9 here. While of 9 is true, then 9 becomes 8 and 8 is printed. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 also printed. The output is 9 to 0. Next question. Logical AND operator. What is n value? N value is 10. N value is 10 here. This is the logical AND operator. If one value is 0, it never checks the remaining values. Yes, this is true. If it is true, then it moves to the next statement. And what is this value? That is 1 here. True and true. True and true returns true. Then it is going to be print. What is n value? N value is n minus. Later on, after this statement, n becomes 9 and 9 is going to be printed. 9 is going to be printed here. Now new value of n is 9 and I value is 2. Both are positive values. Then it returns true. Then it is going to be print 8 here. Then 8 8 and 3 both are positive values again, and it is going to be print 7 6 5 4 3 2. If it is 2, it is printing 2. Here it is going to be 2 and 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Here it is 9. Both are true. That's why it is going to be print 1, and I becomes 10 and n becomes 1. Both are true again, and it is going to be print 0, and this is 0. But if it is 0, it never comes to the next statement. Why? Because this is the logical AND operator. Now it is coming out of the loop. It is going to be print 9 to 0 here, and the I value is 11, and the last value is I value is 11. It is going to be stopped at I value is 11. Okay, next question. The similar question it is going to be n minus minus and I plus plus. Here I is 0 here. Here I is 0. If it is 0, and this is also post increment, that means here n is 10 and 0. That means it is going to be false now. It is going to be false. That means this statement never executes. It is coming out of the loop. And what is I value? I value, this is executed, right? Then I becomes 1, and 1 is the output here. Next question. One is less than 10. Yes, this is true. Here this statement represents if the number is exactly divisible by 3, we have to skip that one. For example, one is exactly divisible by 3. No, not at all. Then it is going to be print 1. Then I becomes 2 here. Then 2 is less than 10. Yes, 2 is divisible by exactly divisible by 3 or not? No, not at all. Then it is going to be print 2 also. Then I becomes 3 here. 3 is exactly divisible by 3. Yes. Then continue is going to be raised here. If continue is raised, the control is automatically going to the statement again, the condition statement again. Now what is I value? I value is same as 3 only. Then it is again checked with this 3 is less than 10, and again it is coming with 3 mod 3 is equal to 0. Yes, again continue is raised, and again it is going to be checking the same things again. Then what is the output? 1 and 2, infinite loop is the output here. 1 and 2, then it is going to be an infinite loop. Next question. Look at here. The same question. 1 is less than 10. 1 is less than 10. It is true. Then coming inside, and it is going to be print 1. Now it is going to check that is 1 mod 3 is equal to 0. No, not at all. Then this statement is going to be executed. Then I becomes 2 here. It is going to be print 2. Then it is going to be check is the 2 is divisible? No, not at all. Then this statement is executed. Then I becomes 3. 3 is less than 10. Yes, 3 is printed here, and I am going to check 3 mod 3 is equal to 0. Yes, it is. It is true. Then the continue is raised. If you observe, after the continue statements never executed, if the continue raised, it automatically goes to the loop again, and it is going to be checked that 3 is less than equal to 10 only. This line never executed. Why? Because it is after continue. That's why then again the output is 1 2 3 and infinite loop. Now the output is 1 2 3 and infinite loop, and it is going to be print every time 3 also. Why? Because it is before the statement, right? That's why it is printing 1 2 3 is infinite times every time, and it is going to be infinite loop. Next question, going to be print like this. While 1 means it is an infinite loop, no doubt about that, but we have to think that is there any break statement in the while loop or not. We have to check that. Yes, one break statement. Is this break statement is executing or not? We have to trace now. What is n value? N value is 10. Okay, n value is 10. I am going to check that is n is 1. That means 10 is equal to 1. No, not at all. Then coming here and is going to check that is n is divisible by 2 or not. Yes, it is 2. Yes, it is divisible. Now what is n value? N is equal to n by 2. Then n becomes 5 now. Then n becomes 5, and coming to here, and 5 is going to be printed. Yes, 5 is going to be printed. Now again n value becomes 5. Is 5 is equal to 1? No. Then it is coming here. Is 5 is exactly divisible by 2? No, not at all. That means it is moving into else part. Then n is equal to 3 into n. What is n value? N value is 5. 5 into 3 is 15. 15 plus 1, that is 16. Now 16 is going to be printed. What is n value now? N value is 16. Then 16. N value is 16. Now I am going to check that is 16 is equal to 1? No, not at all. Coming here now, is it exactly divisible by 2? Yes. Now n becomes 8, and it is going to be print 8 here. N value is 8. Is 8 is equal to 1? No. I am going to check is 8 is divisible? Yes, it is divisible. Then n value becomes 4. I am going to print 4 here. Now n becomes 4. Is 4 equal to 1? No. 4 is exactly divisible by 2? Yes, that is the 2. Now I am going to print 2 here. Here it is 2. Is 2 equal to 1? No. Now I am going to check is 2 is exactly divisible? Yes. Now n becomes 1, and 1 is going to be print here, and n value is 1, and coming here is 1 equal to 1? Yes. Break is raised. Now it is coming outside the loop. What it is printing? 5, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. Yes, that is the output. N is 5, I is 1, while of 1, that means it is going to be an infinite loop. We have to check that is there any breaks? Yes. If n becomes 0, then it is going to be terminate the loop. We have to check that is n becomes 0 or not. If n is not 0, it is infinite loop again. Now I am going to check what is n value. N value is 5 here. Is 5 is equal to 0? No, not at all. What is I value? I value is 1. If n is not 0, we are going into else loop, else block. Now I am going to check what is I value. I value is 1. 1 is greater than 5. Is 1 is greater than 5? No, not at all. Then it is going to be print I values. What is I value? I value is 1. 1 is printed, and I becomes then here n is equal to 5, I is equal to 1. After that I becomes 2 here. Now again I am going to check n value is not changed here. N value is 5 only. 5 is equal to 0. Is it true? Yes, it is true. No, it is false. Then it is moving into else block. I am going to check that is 2 is greater than 5? No, not at all. Then I value printed. Then I becomes 3 here. I am going to check that is 5 is equal to 0? No. Then it is moving into else block. What is I value? I value is 3. 3 is less than, 3 is greater than 5? No. And again 3 is printed. Then I becomes a 4 here. N value is not changing, right? That's why here 5 is equal to 0. No, not at all. It is not true. Then again 4 is less than 5. 4 is greater than 5. No, it is false again. And it is going to be print 4. Then I becomes a 5. Is 5 is equal to 0? No. Then I am going to check, is 5 is greater than 5? Now it is false. Now it is false. Then it is going to be print. What is n value? N value is 5. 5 is going to be printed and 5 becomes 4. Now again I am going to check, is 4 equal to 0? No, not at all. Then 5 is greater than 4. Is it true? 5 is greater than 4. Yes. What is n value? N value is 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now n value becomes 0 here. I am going to check that, is 0 is equal to 0? Yes. Now it is coming out of the loop. The output is, after printing the 1, 2, 3, 4, it is going to be print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, this is the output. I miss it here. Going to be print one more 5 also. One more 5 also. The next question, some do while loop question. What is NO? NO value is 10. 10 by 2. What is 10 by 2? What is NO value? NO value becomes 5 now. What is C value? C value is 5. NO value is 5. Yes, while of 5. While of 5 means it is true. Then C becomes 4. Then C becomes 4. Now 5 by 4. 5 by 4 means it is going to be 1 here. What is NO value? NO value is 1. What is C value? C value is while of 4. It is true. Now it is going to be 3 now. 1 by 3. What is NO value? NO value is 0 now. NO value is 0 and while of 3. It is true. Then it becomes 2. Then it becomes 2. 0 by 2. 0 by 2. It is going to be an error and it is going to be an exception here. That's why there is no output here. Okay. Anything, something 0 divided by anything, it is going to be some error here. That's why it is crashing the program and it comes out of the loop. Okay. That's it for today. Thank you very much.